Okay, there you go. Okay, so we're going to start with tasks. So the task section allow you to basically manage your tasks, your calendar, set up automated tasks. There's a lot of neat features that are available. So what we're going to do is we're going to start just giving it a little example of how we create a task and how we create an automated task. So those are the task, okay, that's a pretty standard thing, but the automated tasks are a feature that is very critical and important to your business, because it allows you to basically start the automation process, which you can set up things such as when you add a new customer in the system, you automatically send them a welcome letter, and then a week later you send them something else, and then 1 month prior to the first year you send them something, or you can send them a birthday card reminder. Or you can also set up something such as when something is changed in a system. So for example, let's say you have different products that you use, and you say, okay, when that product is added into his file, automatically send out that document or that form or that email. So those are the things that could be done, and we're going to go through them one by one and show you the possibilities that are available today. And I will also give you a little glimpse of what's on the drawing board and what's being implemented as we speak in terms of programming. So we'll start with a normal task. So normal task is similar to what we always do with Outlook and Google Calendar or other. So it allows you to have a title. It allows you to select which date this task is set for. So we'll set it for tomorrow at let's say 13:10, and then you can always choose if it's going to be a specific date where the task needs to be completed for, or so let's say you would be setting up a meeting with a customer at 1:30. So I'll say meeting with Daniel. So it's a meeting that's going to last 1 hour. So 1 hour, or you can set up an all-day meeting, or it could be from one day to another day. So if you're going on a business trip, where you can set up the date the whole date for your business trip. So we'll do 1 hour. Is it a recurring task? It's not recurring. We could say that we repeat on interval and then choose every 1 day, or every 1 week, 1 month, or choose a variable different for that. We can say when it's a recurring task until the task is when the task complete, or when the task ends. So we'll do non-recurring for now. What's the type of task? Well, it's going to be a meeting, as we said here. Description, that's a description you can set in your task. Make sure to cover all products and services, etc. Location, that's the address. So that you can basically, set it in your GPS or whatnot. So let's say it's 123 Road, Montreal. That's it. Assign user. So who's this task assigned to? So I'm going to assign it to myself, but let's say I would want to also assign it to let's say this guy. Okay, so let's say he's my assistant. I want him to also see it in his agenda when he wants to sort it out. And then who's the contact? Well, I'm going to put Daniel Sear. So it's assigned to. So because I'm meeting Daniel Sear and I'm assigning it to Daniel Sear. So it's the advantage of putting the assigned contacts and users is that the assigned contacts, it will show up, this task will show up in his file so as a task in progress, and when it will be completed, it will also show the task as being completed. So we'll do okay. So the task should just appear there. So by putting your mouse over, you see rapidly what's the detail of the task. By clicking on it, that's where you see the actual task here. So the workflow is that the task has been assigned, because you can actually create a task and not assign it to nobody yet, and it's going to be written unassigned, and then you could assign it. To who it's assigned to Daniel Sear and Hugo as a user, and it's assigned to Daniel Sear as the contact. So if I click on contact and I go in tasks, I see the task here, same concept. So we're going to stick with the task. So in this view, as we had seen rapidly, we can put it in list view, which is the view I prefer. So I click on the task, and then So now we can actually start. So this is a meeting. So you see it's a coffee, that's a meeting. This is a to-do, and there's other icons specifically mentioned for all the other tasks. And you can click on set in progress. So you see now that the task is in progress. I mean, it started. So you could, if you have a to-do, well, you could actually set it in progress so that your colleagues know that, oh, he's taken in charge of the task, it's in progress. And then you can cancel it, complete it, or delete it. And you can at any time edit it if you want to. So when you complete it, it writes complete. So whatever status is there, you just set it and it goes there. So here, when you see assign users, that's a way to filter which tasks you want to see. So let's say I put my user, I'm only going to see the tasks of my user. If I put none, I'm going to see the tasks of all the company. And if I put Hugo, well, I'll see only his task, which is this one. But if I put, let's say, this one, well, there's no, see, this one is a task that's assigned to him, so you see it. But if we choose another operator that has no task assigned to him, well, he doesn't see any. So that's like a filter. And what's also interesting here is I can filter out which type of tasks you want to see. So let's say you have some marketing people doing calls. Well, he wants to disable all the other tasks than the calls. And the other filter that you have is the status. So let's say I don't want to show up the canceled and the completed tasks, never. But if we do, we can actually check mark them, and then you see all the tasks that were canceled or completed. Same thing in the client file, you'll see the same results. So basically for adding tasks, it's the same thing. So if it's a repeat on interval, well, we can repeat it every week. We would add a task, and then that task, it would repeat every interval. It's to-do reminder, no location, assign contact, put the user, Daniel. So I say, okay. So I've added a task. So now if I go in my calendar, well, that task is going to be showing up every month, every week, because that's what we chose. So you can go ahead and browse through the different periods here. So as you can see, it's there. If you click on it and you edit the task, well, what it allows you to do is when you're editing it and you do a change, it's going to always ask you, do you want to edit the single task or edit all the single tasks? So I say edit this and all the following tasks. So it modifies it for every single one. But let's say you would want to delete the task. Same thing. You want to delete only this task or the repeating task completely. So I want to delete this and the following task. So everything gets deleted. And then if I put it on the, so that's it. So that task is deleted. So that's pretty much it for the tasks. We're gonna do the automated task now. So it's similar to the normal tasks, but we have a lot more options. So what we're gonna do is a welcome letter. Okay, so let's say we want to create an automated task that will send a welcome letter or on an event trigger. So automated tasks could be done at an event trigger. So we'll dive into that first. A specific date or date interval. So the client, you're on the phone with the renewal form. So what you do is you set up a specific date. You set up what date it is. Is it a repeated task? And then basically it will allow you to send the actual, it's going to automatically send that email to that contact at the specific time. Right now, in the automated tasks, what is available is to be able to send emails. What will be available eventually are other features such as, send a report, do other tasks that are being allowed. For example, send an invoice, send a form, a survey, whatnot. So we'll be able to use all the features. So I guess that's pretty straightforward. And you can always select to send to the company email of the person, or you can actually decide to send to a specific custom email. yeah, that's it. So you could send set up also to send out a birthday card, like I say, a birthday email to say. And what's fun about the emails is that they're customizable, and you can use any variable that is available into the company or the customer's field. So in my in my company fields, I have a lot of fields that I've created, so they're all available to us. So whether it's his birthday, whether it's his name, his last name, his address, his spouse's wife, whatever fields that are there are available to you. So that's good. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do an event trigger. I think this is one of the most interesting stuff. So we want to send out a congratulations wedding. Let's say I'm just thinking out of the blue here. Wedding email. Okay. So the event trigger is that we want to send out a congratulations wedding email to our customers when the field marital status is checked as married. Okay, so we would go ahead and create a task, congratulations wedding email. So the event trigger is in the contact, when creating, when editing, or on that date values. So we're going to choose when editing and what specific field we were looking for. So let's say we it's not the right fields because I didn't prepare this, but you'll have a good idea. So let's say this is the field that when this field is edited or contains this, so is exactly, let's say it's called married, and the drop down that wouldn't be the choice. Delay, so we say after 1 day, let's say, or we can actually put like 1 hour or 1 minute, it doesn't really matter. So I'll put 1 minute. We want to send an email to the contact email, and we want to put ourselves always in BCC, so we can put info@info.com as a BCC, so that when emails are sent out, you get copied on them and the customer doesn't know. So congratulations, and then the email content is hi, and then you would put salutation, congratulations, we wish you all the best. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll actually do a real so event trigger, that's good. Send an email, contact email, when editing. So post function. So what we'll do is test. So we're gonna okay. So what we're doing is we're creating an automated task that when this field is modified to this exact match, we will actually be sending an email to the customer, and this is the email that will be sent. So I'm going to do OK. I'm just going to go over it to make sure. So event trigger, contact, when editing, specific fields. When editing, specific fields is exactly after 1 minute. Send an email to the contact email, and I won't put nothing in CC for now. Congratulations, salutations. And I'm going to do OK. All right, so we set up the automated task. So I'm going to go ahead in my file. I'm going to go edit, and I'm going to go in post function. I'm going to put test. That's what we had put. So theoretically, I'm going to continue on doing this tutorial, but in the meantime, in a minute, probably I will be getting an email, and we'll be able to validate that. So that's pretty much how you do automated tasks. So as I mentioned, there's a lot of different features, but the event trigger is one of the most interesting features because it allows you to specify something, an email that is being sent out when either when the new field or the new customer or contact is created, when you're editing specific fields, so when a field is edited, or on specific date values. So that's where the date values allows you to specify any date value, birthday. So before 1 day, send an email to the contact email, happy birthday. So here you just set up a rule that will send out an email every time it's somebody's birthday. So in like not even a minute, we've birthday automated task for customers. So basically what we've done is we've set an event trigger as soon as the birthday field, 1 day prior to the birthday fields, it's going to be sending out an email to the contact email with the content here. So you set up once and that's it. It's done for all your customers at all time. And what we're actually doing right now is that we'll be setting up a new filter feature that basically what it will do is that instead of sending an email to all your contacts at any time when a birthday is there, you'll be able to filter it and say, okay, I want this rule to apply only to a specific filter that we have created. The filters, if I'm not mistaken, will be covered into the third presentation. In the fourth session, in the advanced customization of form fields and filters, that's where it will be covered. So for now, basically a filter allows you to select specific type of customers or clients or people depending on specific features. So for example, you would want, like we had talked about before, where we want to select all the customers that live in Laval. Well, we would be able to go in the filter, set up that rule, and from that point on, we can use that filter, and that will be applied automated task. What we're doing is those are give you some notifications here in the alert center that we have here. For now, it's not like that. It's just into your calendar, but we will have some events that will pop up in the calendar. What's going on with your system, what's being sent out, or what's coming. So that's pretty much it for the automated tasks. And view. I also have here to view by month, by week, or by day at any time your calendar. And whenever you're in this position, you can always click on that or put your mouse over to have a rapid overview of that. And as usual, you can use the interrogation mark to get information. All right, so next section that we'll be covering is the document section. So that document section, it allows you to put all your letters and the documents that you would want to generate. And basically what is often used for this is because, let's say you would want to print out a profile sheet of an employee or a customer. Well, this is an example of it. So let's say we'll do an example here. So in my documents, I have made a fiche contact informationnel seulement. So I've put together some writing and some fields. So I pretty much put all the fields in the system, or almost all, including group fields. So I've put in place this document, and what it allows me to do is in one flash, I just click on a customer, and it will fill out all the information from his profile into a sheet. So you can either print that. So let's go and do open in preview. So actually, you don't see the preview. 1 second. I'll just do new share. Preview. Here you go. So you see the preview. So it generated me a PDF with the information that's there. I'm gonna go back to Safari. All right. Share. Anyway, it just allows you to print it, whether it's a printable that you send by mail or there. But it's also practical for other things such as contracts. So let's say, when you have a contract or a non-disclosure agreement that you always have to re-set up and re-change in Word. Well, what you do is you set it up first here. You put your code, your variables in it. And what's fun about it is that you never have mistakes on putting it with you didn't put the date right. You just choose your document, choose the customer, and everything gets filled out. So that's fun for that. It saves a lot of time. and that's it. So basically, to create a new document is pretty simple. You can create a new contact document that is assigned to a person or a contact, or you can create some company documents. So we're going to go ahead and create a contact document. So what you could do is you can actually take a document that you have in Word or that you already use, and you just do a copy paste. So that's what I'm going to ahead and do. So it gives you an idea, and it's also a faster thing to do. I'm going to try to find one rapidly that I have here. Bear with me. I'm just looking for a simple document. I don't really work with documents that much. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to take a normal email here. I'll take an email. Just to show you that you can do copy paste of pretty much anything you want. So we're going to do a copy paste of an email I just got from a manufacturer. All right, so let's do this. So I do a copy paste. See, I pasted the email, and as you can see, this is a WYSIWYG interface. So what you see is what you get. So you can actually just copy paste the whole thing, and it's going to be there. And then instead of putting Daniel, I'm going to change one thing here. I'm going to put in variables. And I'm going to put first name. So when I do preview and I choose Daniel, it's going to add my name for me. If I want to go further, let's say I wanted this to write what's his company name in that same format, I go there, I put variable, template, and I would, let's say title name. And it's we know that it's test that we've put. So we go there and see sales demo. Oh, it's not. I didn't put a title, so let's put something else. Let's put yeah, we'll just put email just for testing purposes. See the email gets printed. So basically any field that is used, you can put it in. And then this is a document that you can use to send out by email, or you can actually print it out and send it by mail if ever you want. So that does it for document. I'm going to show you something of presets. In document section, we have some presets. Those are pre-established templates. We'll be adding new ones also. Actually, those can be added if you guys want. Any have customers that want to have pre-established templates, for example, specific envelopes, specific letterheads, or specific letter type of documents. Well, with time banks with us, you can just grab a time bank of, let's say, 10 hours, and every time you have something special that you want in your system, you just request it. We give you the estimate of how much time it's going to be used in the time bank. So let's say adding a template takes an hour and a half or 2 hours. Well, we take off 2 hours of the time bank, and that's it. Basically, we need to we could basically just add it, and it'll be added here. So for now, we've added a couple of stuff. So we can say we want to print the name tags of all active sites with us, or all active customers. So we would choose name tag, active sites, and then they would be shown here. So let's say, I don't think all, let's say we put all. So as you can see, those are name tags. So if you have a seminar, you want to print name tags. So that's an example of a template. So when you print it and you have your name tags, well, it's going to print on the actual format of the name tag you have. We also have envelopes. So that's an envelope if you want to print out a mailing to your customers. So you'd be able to select, oh, I want to print out the mailing to all my Ville de Laval customers. You want to send out a mass mail, so you choose that, and then it prints all that. So as I said, we can add more as needed. Okay, so that's good for that. So that's it. So just for example, for the documents, we can have like any type of documents, as I said, and I use one for a contract. Let's say that I printed out, then people sign it and send it back to us, and we can put it in the file. So you can be creative with those documents. So that's good for the documents. We'll go into block of hours. We'll go fast with this. It's not really something that's really useful for you guys, but bottom line, block of hours, what it is that, let's say you were a business that want to track hours for employees, or you want to track hours that are worked to bill it to your customer. It's a way to set that up. So you can set up, let's say I have an employee, I want him to track his time so I can pay him. Well, you can set up time log employee number 235. So what company is that? No, let's say it's here, Sirix. What's the contact? So who's the contact? It's Daniel Cyr. So we're gonna say 100 hours. When does it start? It starts today, and there's no end date. We don't need to put one, so we'll put that there. All right, so we've added a time log employee. So basically what we do is that we've created a time bank. There's no time that's been used, and then that employee can log in and log his time. So work on scanning documents. For which company? Well, we said that it was for this company, so he has no choice. If he would have had multiple companies assigned to him for time banks, he would be able to choose which company he did the work for. So contact Daniel Cyr. So 1 hour is logged. So we've added 1 hour. So you see, so we have the description, worked on scanning documents, 1 hour, and we know exactly when he added this. So this gets deducted. So the time that's used, we use 1 hour of the time bank. So basically, it's just a way to be able to track time banks and yeah, that's it. So that you can track time that's been done, and at the end, well, you can have your whole log of that, and that's it. So it's not very complicated, very simple thing. And when you go here, you can actually just click there to log time, or you can actually edit the actual task and add time or whatnot. So that's pretty much it. Next section is the product section. So products or services. So we'll call it services. What this is it allows you to pre-establish products or services that you sell. So let's say you sell, your time, or you do consultation work. Well, you can set up all your stuff here. So you would say, okay, what is this? Is one-on-one consulting for insurance policy. Let's say you charge for that. So your cost is $0. You charge it, say, $140 an hour. What type of category? You could set up categories so to differentiate everything that you do. So we did that. We added one. So it's here. And what it allows you to do basically is that when you want to do an invoice, well, you're going to be able to choose the actual product that you've added, which is one-on-one consulting for insurance policy, and it already put the time, the hourly rate, and you can bill it directly to the customer. So it's not very complex or whatnot. It is what it is. It's products or services, and you can manage through here. You can organize them through categories. What's fun also is that when you go on it, you can see who actually bought this time bank. Right now, nobody bought it because we didn't actually generate the invoice and whatnot. But as soon as the invoice is actually put to sold, well, we'll see that somebody bought it, and you can again, display it 25 per page, or put a filter to it. I've not set filters, so it's not something that's really applicable to you guys. But then again, it's still something that's available in the case that you want to sell your services to your customers. So the contract, same concept. It's called the contract section because you can actually, when you go there, you'll see when you go into one that's already opened up, you can actually print an invoice, a quote, or a work order. So that applies mostly to service companies, but there's also some advisors that do charge consulting fees. So this is a good way to track them with the block of hours, the services, and the invoices and quotes, because the services, it allows you to really detail the actual service with a lot of text and images and all that. so that when you're actually putting the quote, you see this, you can put as many, actually, if I do this, you know, it shows the whole content. So you can actually put a lot of description. So if you want to send out a quote, well, it will include this description. So it's something that's pretty interesting in you.